Previously on Commandos, the boys undergo their first ever night tactical raid on Pulau Tekong, where their teamwork and vocation skills were put to the test. This week, Bravo Company is stepping into the unknown.
Okay, in survival context, for one to survive, one must die.
Thrown into harsh and unfamiliar overseas terrain, they will face their greatest challenge yet.
Our mission is not over yet.
Bravo Company is deep in the jungle for their overseas training. These men are on a mission. They have trekked for days and are now 3 hours away from their enemy objective. With their rations and water running out, it is a race against time. Two weeks ago, the guys left the familiar environment of Hendon Camp to embark on a highly anticipated overseas field camp.
It's the start of a tiring day.
One of the key criteria before they can get the coveted Red Beret.
This is the first time that these soldiers are coming together to be overseas, okay, in a training frame together, free from any distractions from back at home. This training is a milestone for the men because it's very challenging. We are stretching them in several ways. First of all would be terrain, and it's also a very unfamiliar location for them. Next thing would be the training tempo, and the last thing is about the complexity of the missions that we give them.
Commandos are trained to infiltrate deep behind enemy lines, to conduct strike and reconnaissance missions.
In any survival situation, the first thing is you must know, okay, security. Okay, now I refer to as a combatant. There's many forms of survival.
Once the men are out there, they're on their own.
But in combat situation, security is number one.
The main training for today is jungle survival training, and after that we'll be proceeding to the killing of animals for our survival and our food for lunch. Honestly, I have no idea what's in store for us.
It is important for the trainees to equip themselves with survival and navigation skills, because sometimes a mission can last for days.
In military context, okay, any one point of time you could be dislodged or could be under ambush and then you are on your own. There's some principles of survival that need to be taught to the soldiers so they can sustain and maintain until they help arrive. Okay, welcome to the shelter station.
To survive in the wild, the trainees must learn the basics. Build a shelter.
So you just let the water run first.
Find water sources. Start a fire. And lastly, search for and prepare food.
Come. This is the chicken wing. Go and try. Chicken wing.
But first, they go through a rite of passage.
Since you have a lousy breakfast, I give you all a brunch now. So to hold the sago worm by the head, put in the mouth, let taste a bit first, then eat. Okay, two. Okay, watch your front, on down, target, carry on.
For Corporal Brian, this proves to be a daunting task.
The most unforgettable experience in overseas training would be the survival training. And at first I didn't know what was a sago worm. I thought it was like some small thing. And it was so when they took it, I was so I didn't even get to see normal worms so fat in real life.
No that's right. Glenn, he's nice, right? Not bad.
After this, got a bit of potato taste. Yeah, right now, there's a bit of potato taste.
Why is that juice?
But Brian is determined not to let this derail his commando journey.
Okay. You just don't think for like few seconds, like just 5 seconds, just close your eyes and just eat. Okay.
You see Brian did it. See Brian. Yes.
Once the test is over, the real challenge begins.
Okay, first thing first. Okay, the live animal that you see later, okay, is killed for educational and food purposes. Okay, in survival context, take note, for one to survive, one must die. Take note, the one who's dying must not suffer, meaning you do not torture, okay, or you put it to slow death. Slow so far?
The trainees have front row seats to learn how to kill, skin and gut animals. This experience has a profound impact on 3rd Sergeant Azhar
Same process.
as he learns the harsh reality of survival training.
Quail is now dead.
I would say the jungle survival training changed me a lot. It's an eye-opener. There's sadness behind it. Then it struck me that it's all for education. But when you are there in person and you see the animal in person, right, it's a completely different feeling. I really didn't expect it, especially when they, the way they skin the snake and the monitor lizard, you could feel it. So when I was there, I was quite shocked.
Over the past few months, Azhar has shown that he has the mental and physical strength to be a good soldier. The survival course has taught him a valuable life lesson as well.
The biggest takeaway is that never kill for fun. Never kill just because you want to kill. Kill because you have to.
Tastes good and I'm satisfied. Got food to eat, lunch.
He did well. Anyway, it's their first time doing all these things. City boys were not able to have a try on getting their hands dirty. I think it's a good experience for them.
A challenging day has finally come to an end. This survival course is the first in a series of new experiences for the trainees. From here on, this overseas phase will only get tougher.
Number one, I need your hourly report of your MGR. Okay, so every hour signaler, DC, you better take charge. The croc drill, IC2 IC will go and assess the situation, right? Next, once the last man touches the ground, okay, that means you come out from a boat, you touch the ground, I will start your timing. Good so far? Sir.
Bravo Company is more than 1,000 kilometers away from home for their overseas training. Today, the commando trainees are moving into unknown territory. In this swamp walk exercise, they have to maneuver through dense, marshy terrain for the first time. Each detachment is inserted into the thick swamp at separate entry points. Together, the team of 12 men have to navigate through the vegetation and make their way out before sundown.
Your start time is 0835.
Third Sergeant Sharvin finds the new experience physically demanding.
It's swampy, very swampy. Then the mud is like, once you step in, you don't have a firm ground. So you literally, your legs will go in all the way, sink in all the way. The swamp has gone until my chest, my rank here. Yeah, that's the deepest I ever went.
This exercise is designed to test the men's confidence and resilience. As the men bash through the swamp, they must stay vigilant at all times.
Basically, when you're walking through the jungles here, you have to always constantly look on the floor and at the same time look above you. So you look in case there's any roots that you will trip over. So you just walk on it, but you never see that there's actually a big branch with thorns right above you. Almost all the time I'm like looking like up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right.
One misstep while navigating this harsh terrain could put their commando journey in jeopardy.
I did like doze off a bit while walking through one of the exercises and I actually sprained my ankle. So it's very fast. It's like, it just happens like this and you never know like which injury is gonna be the one that actually like be the start of a downfall.
To prevent such missteps, Detachment Sergeant Sharvin takes it upon himself to look after all his men.
The one good thing I love about myself is to not leave anyone behind, because it sucks to be left behind. People actually reach their breaking point where the bag was so heavy that they almost felt like giving up, but despite having their heavy bags, so they still help each other.
If the trainees want to survive this overseas training, they have to stick together. After 4 intense hours, Sharvin and his detachment emerged safely from the swamp. Unfortunately for one trainee, a minor insect sting results in a severe allergic reaction.
My overseas training has been tough and it's quite sad for me because I've contracted some allergies which enable me to continue for my final mission.
Since basic military training, Corporal Deng Chu has battled his weaknesses and fears and grown in strength. But just as the Red Beret seems within reach, things take an unexpected turn.
During the swim out, suddenly I feel a sharp pain on my back, so I start to scratch. So when I climb into the boat, then I continue scratching, then my friend noticed that my face starts to swell, my fingers start to get smaller, but my palm starts getting bigger, all this. Then I feel like irritation all around my body. Then by the time they noticed it, I was hyperventilating and breathless.
His severe allergic reaction means that he will be unable to complete the final mission for overseas training, ending his dreams of getting the Red Beret.
When the OC break the news to me, when I first heard it, I break down. I was very sad. Came a long way already. Then, despite all this happened, I still really want to continue going down this road. Then, when he told me, I cannot take it. I break down.
Although Deng Chu is reluctant to call it quits, he can no longer push himself beyond his physical limits. While his journey has come to an end, the rest of Bravo Company has to move towards the last leg of their overseas training. They embark on a grueling 3-day mission. In this exercise, the trainees will climb a mountain, cross a river, and trek across several hills to reach the enemy objective. For many of the trainees, this is one walk they will never forget.
I'm more of mentally drained than physical drained because we've been here for already almost 20 days already. It's really something different from what we have in our own mainland. There's a lot of ups and downs, which makes it so much harder. This is really very different, this whole different level.
To conquer the treacherous terrain, the trainees have to help and push one another.
I mean, everyone's quite low on energy now because still a long way to go. My main source of motivation and strength is from my family, like my parents. Second, I like my detachment mates because like without them, we can't like go all the way, walk all the way together, carry like load and stuff. Without like people helping, I probably wouldn't have made it so far. Yeah.
But the Commandos have a reputation of striking ahead of time, to instill an element of surprise to the enemy. It is up to a newly formed reconnaissance team sent out ahead to make sure they reach the enemy objective in time. Bravo Company is overseas for their advanced training, and it is time for their final mission. With more than 30 kilograms on their back, within 3 days, they must insert themselves deep in the jungle, navigate through terrain and trek across several hills to reach enemy objective. Their fatigue level has reached a tipping point.
This is probably the toughest part of their training. Through this training, as an individual, they'll be hardened. And secondly, going through this together with their mates, they will understand themselves better. They will understand each other a lot better. And in all likeliness, I think the teamwork will be further enhanced, further strengthened.
A few kilometers ahead, the reconnaissance team is about to cross a crocodile-infested river. Their job is to help navigate and pave a passable route and make sure the main force reaches the objective in time. A group of outstanding trainees are handpicked based on their strengths to perform this important task.
I didn't like to assault. I didn't like to raid, sabotage. It wasn't my style. I like to creep. I like to be in stealth.
Throughout his commando training, 3rd Sergeant Azhar has excelled. And the new assignment taps into his confidence.
I think being in this team, right, we are more independent. We search for our own instructions. We do our own stuff, but we do our stuff good.
Azhar and his team have successfully led the main force closer to the enemy campsite. For the main force, the reconnaissance team is a welcome sight.
Reaching. The feeling was quite amazing. When you see the whole main body coming to you and they're like asking you, hey, how far more? Hey, what's the terrain like? And you have the answers for it, right? And they will smile like, I'm almost there, right? It's a good feeling, because you're providing them comfort, which they haven't had for a very long time. It definitely is one of the most rewarding part of the mission.
The trainees are now just 300 meters away from the enemy objective. This is the moment when 9 months of commando training come together, as 5 vocations will work in tandem to take down a platoon-sized enemy and destroy a signal tower.
1700, we'll push on.
Let's go, push forward, push forward. Come, forward, let's go, stick forward. MG, come here, fire that guy. Push forward, push forward. Fire the GX guy. Ambush from the right. Moving.
The commando trainees put up an aggressive fight and overrun the enemy. But there is one more thing left to do. Set up demolition charges.
Copy, you want no more? Good. You want no?
United, spot scene.
Let's go. One, two, three,
Just when the trainees thought the exercise is over, the commanding officer springs a surprise on them.
Our mission is not over yet. Now we're going to do casualty evacuation. And Commandos, we leave no man behind.
Having left camp almost 50 hours ago, with the mission objective completed, the men still push on and display the true commando spirit of never giving up.
Come on, keep on trying. Come on, doing good.
Go, hurry up!
Motivate each other.
Okay? Yep. Oh, we're ending already.
Take the energy.
The medics have to perform intravenous therapy on their commanders. This is an exercise in trust between the men and the officers who lead them.
That was based on your performance, based on what you have displayed earlier on, based on what you have done throughout the entire training frame. Okay, I hereby declare that the exercise has been completed. Bravo 3-4. Yes, sir. Have it now. Congratulations, you have completed a tough part of your training. But you'll get stronger. As you move along, there will be more and more challenges. Okay, you will be able to get through this together. I want you to carry with you, okay, the same kind of spirit that you have in this exercise. Okay, never forget the kind of attitude, the kind of behavior, the kind of bonds that you have built here. If you want to be commando, okay, you got to continue, okay, displaying this spirit. You are now closer to attaining a red beret. Go. I'll have you know that even after you get a red beret, your training doesn't end there. It will only get tougher. Are you willing to accept that challenge?
Yes, sir.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Next time on Commandos. After months of training, the Red Beret is almost within their reach. But Bravo Company's final hurdle is the longest march of their lives.
How you feel? What happened?
Can the trainees finally earn their right to wear the Red Beret?